Hey y'all, I'm Lady C.Prince with FaithTalk on the Virtuous Wife, Mother, Ministry Gift, and Business Brand Owner. Particular episode, I am on FaithTalk, which is our streaming live interviewing Virtuous Women collections, Virtuous Women brands, and talking to Virtuous Women business owners. Okay, so before we get into our special guest who will be coming in shortly, demonstrate her product and be able to talk about her business and her faith walk as she has been going through the pandemic and expanding her brand. I am so excited to continue to move forward, to thrust forward, to level up, as they say, in this time of the pandemic. We're pretty much like kind of out of the quarantine, but we still know that there's things that haven't been resolved, but we are still in the precipice and moving in the glorious things of God. I am proud. I'm very proud of a lot of people. I am proud of people for using their faith in this unexpected time. It has been unexpected, and it has been a time where we really did not know what to expect. But when you are built on virtuous strength, and when God has instilled something into you and you have understood and received it and believed it by faith, and you're walking in it, you're sure to be covered and protected and to continue to focus on the things above and not the things beneath. Okay, so today I'm going to continue to talk about the virtuous woman. The virtuous woman was very wealthy. She had a divine assignment from God. And you say it's a divine, it was supernatural, but it was something that she had to outlive in her household, among her husband, among her children, among her community, among her business structure. She just had to live this whole total lifestyle, and she lived it from a domain of where she resides. Okay, so we know that the virtuous woman had 9 streams or more of income. And I really want to emphasize on the part today and going forward about how they compared her to a merchant ship. Now, in my previous episodes, I always talk about being a resourceful woman. That has always been embedded into my DNA, and I just call it a dream to be very resourceful, to be a distributor, to be an investor, to be one who had capital contribution. And so today, when I bring my guests on, you will see that women from different industries are continuing to grow their brand, and they are continuing to expand their product line and invest into what God has given them for the 2020. Now, y'all know we come from Proverbs 31 verses 10 through 31. I'm always in the Amplified version. I actually now am studying completely out of the Amplified version, and I am feeling comfortable. I'm feeling content. I'm feeling knowledgeable and growing in revelation about the virtuous woman. Now, I did grow into the Virtuous Woman collection, and as you can see, I have my Virtuous Woman TBlouses on today. And stay tuned for our commercial so you can see our Virtuous Women collection and see the different styles, the various colors that is out on the market. And we're continuing to progress forward and grow our couture line of the Virtuous Woman TBlouses.
The Virtuous Woman TBlouse collection. Our signature couture ruffled TBlouses. You can find them now at shop on setstyles.co in our style kit. For a limited time, we have 4 colors on the market.
Welcome back to Faith Talk. I'm Lady C.Prince. Thank you for joining me on this segment of the Virtuous Wife, Mother, Ministry Gift, and Business Owner. I always say excited, but I'm elated, I'm overwhelmed, I'm full of joy, I'm full of life and life more abundantly when it comes to this lifestyle. This lifestyle is becoming. I've been in this lifestyle for almost 20 years now. I was actually reminded by a dear friend of mine. We walked together, we got baptized together, we got saved pretty much together. And they brought it to my attention that, you've been in this for 20 years. And you know what? It hasn't really seemed that long, but really, truly, and honestly, it's been 20 almost years that God has called me. I accepted my call, and I'm following and walking with Christ as his servant, his disciple, and his chosen one. All right. So Proverbs 31 verses 10 through 31. I talked about how her worth is far above, her value is far above rubies and pearls, which is actually in verse 10. And the virtuous woman, that's what she is. That's what she is about. It's not a facade. It's not all of this makeup, all of these costume things. It's basically her just embedded into the things that God has really equipped and called this lady for. And I love the fact that God gave me the scripture that she is not afraid. Well, she's clothed with strength and dignity, which is the theme to my actual brand for the Virtuous Woman collection, where she has strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. There's no reason to be afraid of what the future holds, because you know that you hold and you possess the key of God Almighty, and he has given you an assignment. He has given you a purpose to fulfill in the earth, and nothing is going to trump that. So you don't have to cry. You can bottle up your tears, and sometimes crying is it's therapeutic, but it says weeping may endure for a night, but joy coming in the morning. So the joy is that we do not have to be afraid of the future, because God has us covered from the inside out and from the top to the bottom and all the way around us. Okay. Now, verse 14 says, she is like the merchant ship, abounding with treasure. She brings her household food from a far away. Okay, so that's Proverbs 31 verses 14. She is like the merchant ship. I'm still staying there. We got to study to show ourselves approved, because this revelation right here about a woman being compared to a merchant ship, the brain, my intellectual properties, when I meditate on this deeply, it starts opening up that wealthy treasure on the inside of me and showing me that the money is in the earth and the wealth is inside of me. It is inside of me. And the more that I focus in, and the more that I submit and surrender what I'm doing to Christ, the more I will become abounding like a merchant ship. Well, this woman right here, I am going to be so inspired by her, and I'm going to continue to meditate on 31:25, because I am in a place where I am continuing to learn the fashion industry. I'm continuing to invest into my clothing line, showroom, boutique style, and then hoping for greater let's say expansions for that particular brand. So thank you so much for listening to me. Continue to follow me on all networks. You will catch us on the local cable TV stations as well. I come on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And now welcome my special guest, full of joy, hair and lashes.
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Joy Femi, and I am the CEO of Full of Joy Hair. This is such a great opportunity for me to be able to come on and tell you a little bit about myself and my brand. First off, I want to say a huge thank you to Lady C.Prince. She is an angel. Lady C.Prince, thank you so much for this opportunity to be with you on FaithTalk. It is just something that I'm just so excited about. And I pray that as you have given me this opportunity to be on your platform, that God will bless you and take your platform to higher heights in Jesus' name. So, who is Full of Joy Hair? Like I said, my name is Joy Femi. I am based out of Buffalo, New York. Full of Joy Hair is the brand that we said that keeps you smiling. Our motto and our goal is to provide the hair, the lashes, the hair accessories, everything that we provide. Our goal at the end of it is to put a smile on your face before, during, and after every single purchase you make with Full of Joy Hair. So, a little bit about myself. So I started this business in 2015. Unfortunately, I lost my mom to cancer back in 2015, and that was a huge eye-opener and awakening for me because I knew that she was so full of life and there was so much that she wanted to accomplish, but unfortunately she was called home early. And that just left me to know that if you have a dream, if you have a passion, if you have a desire for something, to not just wait till tomorrow, not wait till later, because tomorrow's never promised. To get to it, get going, and get it done. No matter the ups and downs, do it. So that was something that really stirred up in my spirit, and I wanted to do Full of Joy Hair. I've always been the girly girl into hair, makeup, looking nice. Not that I was very into labels or very fashionable, but I like to appear very nice. And hair is one of the areas that I really enjoyed because although I'm not a stylist, who doesn't want to have quality hair? That's where I was at that time, that I went to get my sew-ins, my installs. I wasn't necessarily into wigs at that point in time, but I was having installs done very often. And I wanted hair not from the beauty supply store, but hair that I know that I can use and reuse and color and cut and style and do whatever I wanted to do, and that it will last a long time, is great quality, but still affordable for my pockets. And lashes is definitely the cherry on top of every single look. So I said I had to introduce these lashes. Even if I wasn't a pro as putting them on, I had to learn by force. So in 2016, I introduced Full of Joy lashes. So it's like a 2-in-1 combo: Full of Joy Hair, Full of Joy lashes, but Full of Joy Hair is the ultimate brand. Again, we stand for providing quality. We want to make sure that we provide quality that will put a smile on someone's face. We want to make sure that we provide quality that is affordable. My target is for women, your everyday woman, who goes to work, works that 9 to 5, works that 3 to 11, that 11 to 7, still has to come home and cook and clean and get the kids ready for their day-to-day activities. And you give so much to everyone else that half the time, or 90% of the time, you're not able to give to yourself. So that's where Full of Joy Hair stands. We want to reach out to all those women who are out there doing their thing and still want to look good at the end of the business. I would say for the first 1.5 to 2 years, I had the business going. Although I was very knowledgeable in the hair industry and how things were, I wasn't exactly 100% knowledgeable. So there was so much that I needed to learn, so much that I needed to do, but then things of life, as I said, I relocated from the state of Delaware to New York. And when I relocated here in 2017, I kind of just put the complete halt to Full of Joy Hair. I wasn't really promoting my business. I wasn't really showing up on social media. I wasn't really pushing the business as I should have been. Because like I said, things of life occurred. I relocated. I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl just after relocating 2 months, and just trying to adjust to a whole different state, a whole different city, a whole different lifestyle. Now having 2 kids that I had to take care of, I just completely put my business on hold. So from 2017 up until 2020, my business was just those who knew of my business were the ones that were my comeback customers, my returning customers. I wasn't really doing anything with the business. I can say that I kind of just let everything just die down. I wasn't really motivated anymore like I should be. I didn't really have that willpower, because when you go into business, you're thinking that everything's going to be peaches and cream, and it's really not. And if you don't have the right followers or following, if you're not doing research and you're not really getting involved in this environment, like this hair community, this beauty community, you miss out on things. So when you're thinking that's going to be peaches and cream and roses and the cherry on top of the ice cream or the cake, and business is just going to come booming and you're just going to wake up rich one day, it doesn't work like that. And I can honestly say I had somewhat of that type of a mindset within this business. Although it was a passion of mine, I said, oh, people are going to know about my business, they're going to start buying, but it wasn't like that. Sales were very slow. I would go weeks without having a sale and months without having a sale, and that just really dampened my willpower, dampened my spirit, and I just kind of just let it go on top of everything else I was dealing with at that. The end of 2019 came, and I found myself looking into my business once again. I said, and it was actually a prayer that I said, like, God, you gave me this business. As much as I want to just throw in the towel and kind of give it on up, number one, I had invested so much into this business, money-wise, time-wise, just everything. I had invested so much into this business to that extent. And the purpose for why I started this business, I had put it way behind me. And towards the end of 2019, it was a wake-up call to me saying, you started this business for a purpose. And if this business was created for a purpose, then you cannot let it die. And I just want to reach out to whoever that is going through one thing or another, and you have that drive, you have that passion, you have that purpose, but something is just causing you to draw back and want to just throw in the towel. I want to tell you, do not give up. It's okay to take a step back and regroup and get yourself together, but don't give up. So that's where I was the end of 2019. I just had that wake-up call, like, you built this business for a purpose, and this business came to you as a part of a remembrance for my late mother. So I know that if my mom was alive and I was going to say I started this business, I'm just going to throw in the towel because things were challenging, she would encourage me not to do it. So I know she's my guardian angel right now. So I was like, you know what? I can't do this. I cannot throw in the towel. I have to get the momentum and get it going. So January of 2020, came in with a whole new mindset. I got rid of the website I had, got rid of everything, and pretty much started from scratch. Never built a website before. I decided to build my own website. Did a lot of research on YouTube, met some awesome people through the YouTube platform as far as watching their videos and learning new things. And you'll be surprised so much has changed between 2017 and 2020. So I had to really relearn a lot of things, revamp myself in this hair industry, and see where am I taking this business to. So I learned how to build my website just by watching videos. I got a whole new web host, spent nights and days building my website. Took me 1 good month to build my website by myself because I was just so determined that I was going to do this, and I was determined that I would be successful. I built my website from scratch just by watching things on YouTube, which was a guide for me. And then come into February, I was getting ready to start things as far as my launching. My launch date was in the first week of March. So I saw that in the hair industry now, that it's not just about getting an install and sew-ins. Wigs were very, very popular. I myself, I wasn't a huge wig wearer. And if I did wear a wig, it had to be very beginner friendly. So closure wigs was something that was very, I was very fond of because it's beginner friendly. You literally just put it on. You don't have to do too much to maintain it. You don't have to do much to keep it on your head. And I said, you know what? I could learn how to make wigs. That would be a great project to pick up. So I started doing some research again, how to make wigs. I came across a young lady, her name is Everything Ebony on Facebook, and she has tons and tons of video knowledge. She is just such an angel sent from above. Things that you will pay people for to get this information. She was just pouring it out on her Instagram lives, on her Facebook group, on her YouTube channels, and I just fell in love with her. And she had a course on how to make closure and frontal wigs. So I said, okay, I'm going to invest in this class and I'm going to learn how to do it. And bada bing, bada boom, I invested in it and I started practicing, and that's how I started making wigs on the sewing machine. I didn't know how it was going to go. I wasn't sure, how successful I was going to be, if it was something I was really going to like, but I said, it's worth a try. I'm definitely going to give it a try and see how it works. And I took the course and I was very, very pleased with how much I was able to pick up and how confident I began to get with practicing and getting my old wigs and, tearing them apart and kind of rebuilding them back by practicing on the sewing machine. I had already had some background in sewing with my hand stitching a wig together, but it takes so long to hand stitch a wig. A sewing machine, oh my gosh, that is a godsend. A sewing machine, it's so much faster, so much more durable. It lasts way longer than hand stitch wigs, and I was just floored by the opportunity to switch over from hand stitching to a sewing machine wig. So I said, you know what, I'm going to add this to my launch and I'm going to start offering wigs as well. So in a nutshell, Full of Joy Hair just has a variety of things that we offer. We offer virgin hair, mink lashes, frontal wigs, and now I do signature custom wigs where I actually make the wig that's more fitted to your head size for closures, because my target audience is those who are beginners, those who don't want to have to deal with the hassle, your everyday mom who has to run and take the child to soccer and go to work, but you still want to look nice, and a closure wig is perfect for you. Throughout the preparation for me to launch, I had my launch date to be March 6th, and at the time of me getting ready to launch, we started hearing things about the pandemic and coronavirus. At first I said, okay, well, it wasn't really that known in the States towards the end of February. We weren't really sure what was going on, but I launched my business in the beginning of March, and then bam, right after that, coronavirus hit and everything shut down. And was I scared for my business? Yes, in some way, because I just relaunched. Now we have this virus. What am I going to do? Oh my gosh, nobody's going to buy from me. You can't even go to the store. And it did put some type of fear in me. But then realizing that people can't go out. People can't go to get their hair done. People can't go to get their nails done. People can't go to get their lashes done. Everyone was pretty much on lockdown. People had to go onto online platforms to work and things of that sort, but people still needed to look presentable in order to even attend work from home. So people were shopping online. My business is not in a brick wall, four walls, it's online. So I started making wigs. People wanted wigs because they couldn't go to the salons to get sewing. So what a perfect opportunity to really push my brand and to push more of the wigs, because people couldn't get their hair done. So that was something that was really encouraging to help me, because I was offering something that people needed at that time, because the pandemic had everyone on lockdown. So although the pandemic was just out of the blue, I didn't know what was going to happen, it was also something that opened doors for my business, for me to push my business the more, because I was offering something that people would want because they couldn't go outside to get their hair done. So why not get a nice wig that you can put on and still makes you look fresh, it makes you look clean, it makes you look presentable, and it's something that will last for a long time. You can use it over and over. You can curl it, you can straighten it, you can have one look today and a different look tomorrow, all with one wig. So the virus, although was a bad thing that came, It was also something that was a motivator to push and keep going, not to give up, because tomorrow is not promised. So again, I just want to let someone know that no matter what the situation is, if this is your passion, if this is your desire, if this is something that God has put in your heart to do, keep going. Do not give up. And I also have an accessory line, which I dropped back in the month of August. So we have what we call wig grips. I'll show you what a wig grip is. This is just a clear wig grip, and with this wig grip, you put it on and then you put your wig on and it secures your wig. So this is something to have. I have a clear version and then I have a black and brown version. And the black and brown version actually has a lace. So when you put your wig on, the lace will sit on top of the lace and it will blend perfectly. As I mentioned, I do offer lashes. I have mink lashes, 3D, and I also have 4 and 5D lashes as well. These are just gorgeous, and they put the icing on the cake on any look. Look at this packaging. The packaging alone is worth buying. I also decided to do what we call Mommy and Me bonnets. I have 2 girls. One is 11 and my youngest is 2. So I decided to do Mommy and Me bonnets. Why not have a matching bonnet with your child? So you have one for yourself and you have one that's smaller for your child. It's the cutest thing ever. But your hair is protected because they're satin material. It will not pull against your hair. It will not cause any breakage of your hair, but it'll still keep your hair nice and smooth, and it will keep your hair nice and neat for the next day. Another item that I do have is called Tangles Gone by Detangler Brush. If you have kinky hair, and I am all natural, I went natural about 3 years ago when I relocated here. I didn't have a hairdresser, so I said, you know what, I'm going natural. And I went natural, and the hair is so coarse. So I came up with this brush. It's called a Tangles Gone by Detangler Brush. And this brush does wonders for when you need to detangle your hair. Not just your natural hair, but even your virgin hair, especially if you have wavy, deep wave, curly hair. It is perfect to detangle your hair without causing. Your hair is just the go-to place to put a smile on your face. One thing I want to tell people to encourage them when it comes to your business is that this time around, when I went ahead and started this business, I had to pray. I had to get the support of my husband, because going into business again, and my husband was actually one of the ones who really encouraged me, saying, you put so much into this business, why are you looking to just throw it all away? He was very motivating to have me get up and get this business going. To have that partnership, to have that communication, to have that togetherness is so inspiring. Sometimes you're left all alone to run your business and figure things out. But just know that you're not alone. There's such a great community. It's good to get on Facebook groups of people who are like-minded, people who have hair businesses or salons or nail businesses or beauty industry. Follow those groups, get involved in those groups. I've learned so much being in these different Facebook groups. It's an encouragement, it is inspiring. It is just a great thing to be in a circle of people, thousands of people who are doing what you want to do or aspire to be, or in the same boat that you are in. You have people who are saying, I just want to throw in the towel, and you see the community come together to uplift this person who just wants to throw in the towel. Having a business is not easy, but it is doable. Surround yourself with people who will motivate you. Surround yourself with people who will lift you up and not tear you down. So having a good community, having a good support system is very, very important in your day-to-day life. Have a mentor, have a good foundation. When I started this business again back in January, and I had my mind made up, one prayer I prayed and I told God, and I said, before I was doing everything on my own. This time, God, I'm putting everything completely in your hands. You are the CEO of Full of Joy Hair. And God never fails. He never falls, he never sleeps, he never slumbers, he never fails. So I told God, I said, God, as I am making you the CEO of Full of Joy Hair, this business cannot fail because you never fail. And that's the ground that I stand on, that when I'm getting discouraged, like, oh, or order didn't come today, or order didn't come this week. God, you are the CEO of this business. Whatever I am doing that's causing this business to not flourish, whatever I'm doing, if it's my laziness to not really put my business out there, maybe I'm not promoting enough, God, show me the way. But you are the CEO of this business, and this business cannot fail. My website, www.fullofjoyhair.com. Again, www.fullofjoyhair.com. I am on Instagram at Full of Joy Hair, and Facebook at Full of Joy Hair. Just like it sounds, Full of Joy Hair. You can see me on Instagram. That's where I do most of my posting. Any information about sales is on Instagram, unless you're in my email group, which you can join on my website. Again, it's www.fullofjoyhair.com. I want to thank Lady C.Prince. Thank you so much for this opportunity, again, to come on your platform and to talk about Full of Joy Hair. Lady C.Prince, I didn't even mention this. I met Lady C.Prince just by the online when she was doing her OK Hair magazine, and I had the pleasure and opportunity and the privilege to be in 2 of her magazines, I believe. And then we finally met in person in 2017 when I did the Bringing Out the Boss in You event. And she has just been she's like a mentor. She has been so awesome, so encouraging. At times when I'm just like, I'm not doing this, she would be the one to say, no, you've come this far. God is going to give you what you need to do it. God is going to inspire you. God is going to take it in due time. You'll get the sales, you'll get the likes, you'll get the notice. You just keep doing you, and God is going to do the rest. So Lady C, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the God in you. Thank you for this platform. And I know that as you have started this platform, it's going to continue to go to higher heights. Thank you so much. And I want to just say a big thank you to all of you again for this opportunity for me to share a little bit about myself. Again, I am Joy Femi, and I'm the CEO of Full of Joy Hair. Thank you so much. Take care.
Wow, wasn't that such an awesome presentation from Full of Joy Hair and Lashes? You guys got to continue to follow her, network with her, and shop her beauty brand products. She has so many different products to offer in the hair and the beauty line. Listen, I'm Lady C.Prince. I'm with FaithTalk with her. You can also find me at shantayprince.org and shop on setstyles.co. That's .co. And I will drop it down in the bottom of the link. And make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe.